Good morning, everybody. This is Yong Lee, live coming from Korea. Over here right now it's 3:30 in the morning, chilly morning that is. Isn't internet wonderful? Welcome to 2014 Team RB Online User Conference. So today's agenda, we will cover customer portal, what's new in RB8. Both will be presented by Jason, and then we'll have a Q&A session right after that about RB8 updates. And we'll cover what's new in RB Web 8, presented by Ted. Then we'll have a Q&A just for that. Then I'll come back and I'll talk about RB8 Cloud, and then OMTI Roadmap. Then we'll have the final Q&A. So I'll turn it over to Jason to cover customer portal and the RB8 updates.
Thank you, Young. Good morning, everyone. I want to briefly talk about our new customer portal site and some of the things you may not know you can do on there. If we go to the customer portal site, any user that is set up with an account will have the ability to log in and use some of the features that are available to them. If you do not have a password, you can simply click Forgot Password and enter your email address, and you will be emailed a link to create your password. So here we'll go ahead and log in. Okay, first, as the company owner or administrator for your company, you can click on Organization and Users. In here, you can manage all users from within your company that are set up with an account. You can add new employees, and you can also make edits to the existing ones, like making them inactive as time passes. Another nice feature about users is that if we click on one here, you can manage which newsletters that everyone is to receive based on what they need to be informed about from us. For example, if someone needs to receive the RB8 update notification, simply check the box here. It is important for each one of your companies that you set up someone as the admin so that you can control all the user accounts, and also set up who should receive the billing statement. That way someone is always receiving invoices and billing notifications from us, just in case your subscription payment declines and you need to update your credit card on file with us. The main point of this system is to help all of us be more automated. By receiving notifications like the billing statements, you can manage your own account on your own time. There's no need for you to have to call our sales or support department to make these changes. If we click on the Products tab, you'll see an option underneath each product that you subscribe to that says Change Billing Info. If you click this link, you will be taken to a screen where you can update your credit card on file with us. Nice and easy. Some other great features built into the customer portal are billing, where you can search for invoices and print out any invoice you have with us. Our knowledge base, where you can search for problems with solutions that we post. And of course, the Idea Collaborator. This is where you can make your suggestions for future updates to both RB8 and RB Web. You will be able to view all suggestions that have been submitted by everyone, and if you like something, you can comment and vote on the items. A lot of what you're going to see today in the updates to RB8 and RB Web are a combination of items requested from clients, suggesting, and voting on items. We need all of you to give us your input using the Idea Collaborator. It goes a very long way in helping us build a better product. Let's talk about the updates for RB8. First, we'll take a look at calendar updates. Confirm jobs in any calendar view. You can now confirm a job without viewing the job detail, simply by right-clicking the job, selecting Change Status, and then Confirm. You can also do this from the Actions menu as well. Look up location by resource. A new option allowing you to select a resource as a job location has been added. Delete multiple time offs at once. In the current version of the system, you have to delete time offs one at a time. Now you'll be able to select multiple dates that have time off added and remove them all at once. Firm level job due days. Each firm now has their own due days field. That means you can specify at the firm level how many days each firm's jobs are due to be turned in by. If you leave the firm due days set to 0, RB8 will use the default number of days set up in the business units. Confirm, cancellation, and resource worksheet enhancements. There are many additions to the emailing capability for these functions, so we'll take a look at these now. First, we've updated the email that is sent for those 3 items by allowing the subject line set up to have the same merge fields as the message of the email. A lot of secretaries and paralegals have probably requested to have more information in the actual subject line of the email. Now, if we click on Tools and go down to System Preferences, click on the Confirmation Email tab, and for the subject, if we click on Actions, Add Data Field, here, now you'll have all of the same merge field options as the message, so you can give clients more information about the job without them actually having to read the message of the email. Another update to these types of email communications is to the PDF and how it can now appear in the actual email. Currently, the form will attach as a PDF, and it does take some time for someone to actually have to download the file and then actually open it to view it. Now, at the top of this tab, we've added this embed button to each one of the email tabs. And if checked, this will embed the actual letter directly into the body of the email, thus eliminating the need for the client to have to open the attachment. So let's click on the Worksheet Email tab. If we look at this tab here, notice the option is already checked, and now the message of the email is grayed out. It's grayed out because the worksheet will now take place of the standard information that was previously set. Let's see how this looks using a resource worksheet. So we're going to go to Assigned Resources, and we have a job here that already has a resource assigned. We'll show our worksheet options. Now, if we right-click and select Notify, this is now what the actual email will look like. Notice that the worksheet is actually in the email message. Okay, one thing we do need to take a look at is the logo image that is embedded into this email. Since this is embedding into an email, one item we could not automatically embed is the logo uploaded from the form manager. Yes, the default image will show up here, but once it sends the email out, the recipient may or may not see the logo embedded. So let's see what we're actually talking about. We're going to send this. And now we're going to go to my email. And here's our notification. And so you can see here, this is what the actual email will look like, but the logo from the form manager does not appear. It appears just as, saying, image. Okay, so we do have a solution for you to still add your logo to the embedded letters. So first, what you'll need to do is go to the customer portal and log in with your account. And inside the customer portal, we're going to click on More and select Images for Form Manager. Here you can upload up to 5 logo images for your form letters. Notice they all have a tag name. Those are the merge fields that you'll add to the actual form letter in the form manager in RB8. A couple of things to note here are the requirements for the logos you upload. Each image must be under 100 kilobytes in size and in JPEG format. So let's go ahead and we'll upload a file. So we'll click Select. We have a logo right there. and your logo will appear just like that. Okay, now that we have the logo uploaded, let's see how you would actually add the logo to the worksheet. So in RB8, we'll open up the Form Manager and select the worksheet. Okay, so right here you see the old logo that was uploaded to the Form Manager. So first what we want to do is delete this. And so basically click into that space where the logo was, so your mouse pointer, your cursor is blinking in there. And then in the data source section on the right-hand side, if you scroll all the way down, you'll want to, we're going to add the link images.image01 merge field. That is the tag name that was next to the logo we uploaded in the customer portal. Since we're here, I also want to let you know that we've added 2 new merge fields that you can add to the resource worksheet. One is the case remarks, and the other is the job parties and services. The job parties and services merge field will now list all job parties and all services requested. So now that we've made this change, let's go ahead and save this, and let's send another worksheet out. So it still looks the same, so we'll go ahead and click send, and we'll go to the email again. Here's the new one, and there we go. So now the logo image does appear. So there's your workaround to actually get the logo to embed into the actual email body. Now we'll move on to some production updates. Append errata sheet. We've added a new form type to the Form Manager called errata sheet. You'll be able to create your errata sheet that you'll use, and then you can set it to append to the PDF transcript you're creating in the PDF transcript preferences. Agency signature. If you're in a state that requires your agency to sign the transcript along with the reporter, we've added a new button named Agency Sign that will allow you to pick the place in the transcript where you want to apply that signature. New final PDF transcript screen. A new final screen has replaced the current preview of the PDF transcript when the process is complete. So let's take a closer look at the PDF transcript enhancements. So what we want to do first here is we'll go to the turn-in, and we'll pull up a job. And we have an ASCII with some exhibits already uploaded into the witness level repository. And we're going to start the PDF transcript creation process by clicking PDF transcript. In the PDF transcript preferences, if you click on the Word Index List tab, you'll have a new option to exclude the word count in the word list by simply selecting yes or no. Okay, let's click OK to proceed. For those of you that use a cover sheet for the PDF transcript, we've added 2 new merge fields. Resource name and certificate number have been added. Certificate number is a new data field that each resource has in their setup. So if you want to utilize that merge field on the cover sheet, you'll need to make sure you add the certificate number to each resource in the resources function. Okay, so we'll go ahead and continue by clicking the X. The PDF transcript creation process is actually a lot faster in this update as well. This is the new final PDF transcript screen, which now takes place of the preview screen from before. The final screen gives you more functionality to perform and is streamlined in the order that each button should be clicked, going from left to right to perform those actions. Instead of making you click on individual tabs to view the PDF you want, you can choose to click View to preview any of the created PDF documents at any time. So let's take a look at the full page transcript. So one thing to note here in the is the header and footer. We've actually updated the header and footer section so the font will shrink to accommodate more characters as needed. Okay, looking at the next button to the right of View, you can now link exhibits directly from the final PDF transcript screen. You no longer have to go to a separate function to create that individually. Also note, when you click link exhibits for either the full page or condensed transcript, RB8 will ask you if you want to create linked exhibits for the other document as well. So here, we'll be saving you time by allowing you to create linked exhibits for both instead of one at a time. So let's click yes. Okay, here in the Add Exhibits window, if we click on Add and select From Repository, you can now add exhibits from the case level and job level repositories. They do not have to be uploaded to just the witness level repository anymore. So that will help you with not having to upload exhibits multiple times in different repositories. So let's check all, click OK. And let's go ahead and set the alias pattern. Okay, so also in this screen, a new option, do not link first number of pages and do not link last number of pages has been added. This will exclude the first or last number of pages you enter from linking of any exhibits. Okay, let's go ahead and link. Notice now on the final PDF transcript screen that the linked exhibit files for full page and condensed transcripts now appear. The next button over is the agency sign button, which allows you to add an agency signature to the PDF transcript if required. It is a wet signature that needs to be uploaded to reporterbase.com. So let me show you where you'll actually go for that. So on reporterbase.com, on the agency side, we'll go ahead and log in. Once you're logged in, on the left-hand side, click on My Signature. And then you'll click Print Signature Fax Form. Once you print this out, go ahead and sign the signature you want and fax the form over to us. We'll process your signature and upload it to your account for you. If one has already been set and uploaded, you'll actually see it displayed right here. Okay, so let's go back to RB8, and we'll go ahead and click Agency Sign to apply the company signature. So we have a spot down here at the bottom. Now it's time to apply the reporter signature. Notice Sign This Document from the previous version has been replaced with Reporter Sign. This has been changed to accommodate the agency sign button to distinguish between the two. So let's go ahead and click Reporter Sign and we'll sign it. And we'll say no here. Okay, one thing to make sure of is that if you're required to apply both the agency and reporter signature, make sure you apply the agency signature first and then the reporter signature afterwards. Since the reporter signature is a secure digital ID, no changes can be made to that signature after that signature is placed. Applying the agency signature afterwards would make the transcript not secure. The last action to perform would be to archive the files to the repository. Every file shown has their own dedicated Save to Repository button if you want to individually save these files. Or you can click Save All to Repository on the bottom right to do it all at once. So we'll do that all at once. It's going to upload them all. You can close out of here. And now you can see all of those PDFs have uploaded to the witness level repository. Lastly, let's talk about some miscellaneous updates we've made. Send Resource Payroll Report. A new function has been added that will allow you to email each resource their payroll sheet after a payroll has been closed. So you no longer have to print it and actually give it to them. You can email it to them. Invoice message expanded to 2,048 characters. We've extended the number of characters for the invoice message field from 1,024. Notes type for notes log. We've added a notes type entry that will allow you to distinguish what type of notes it is that you're entering and how you're receiving notes. So let's take a look at the notes logs update. Receive by has replaced receive type. We've seen a lot of you create items for receive type that had to do with all types of communications, which can be very confusing. Now we've added a new item for notes called Notes Type. That way you can differentiate the types of notes you're entering. For example, collection notes, marketing notes, calendaring notes, billing notes. And now you can use received by to say if this was a call received, a call made, an email received, an email sent out, etc. Notes types have been added for all types of notes entered for functions in the Notes Logs tab. That would be for jobs, firms, contacts, resources, etc. Let's take a look at where you'll create those notes types. We're going to click on Tools and go down to Code Manager. So if we expand categories such as cases, notice there is a notes type in here. If you expand contacts, notice there is a notes type here. So all of those different functions will have a new notes type category. We're going to go ahead and expand firms and highlight notes types here. And notice we've already created some. You'll need to create your notes types because after you update to the latest version, there will be none created for you, okay, since it's a new function. Now we'll take a look at some firm notes to see what this looks like and to talk about filters. Okay, so we're going to go to Firms, and we're going to pull up a firm here. Go into the Setup, and we're going to click the Notes Log tab. Here we have a firm with different notes types added, as you can see. Again, with note types and received by, this is giving you better clarification of what's going on with the note. You can see that the second billing note there, the note type was entered as a billing note, and it was a call received. There's also a new button added to the top of the notes called Type Filter. Now you have the ability to filter the notes you're viewing. You don't have to look at a long list of notes if you're looking for a specific note type. As an example, if we click it, there we go, and we only want to see billing notes types, then we can uncheck all, select billing, and then apply. Now the notes log has been updated to only show you those. That's going to do it for the RB8 updates I'm going over in the demonstration. The full list of updates will be available after you update your RB8 system to the latest version. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass the conference over to Ted, who will now be going over the updates for RB Web. Thanks, everybody.